how to make a homemade silencer, how to open a window from the outside using a crowbar. Hint, the second-story window was pried open with a crowbar. How to wash gunpowder from your hands. Amidst the mountain of evidence was also the fact that shell casings in his basement matched shell casings on the bathroom floor where Rebecca, in her house, was murdered. And then there was this from Rebecca's sister. She testified at the hearing that she received a text from Rebecca, her sister, in 2021, and it said this: "If something ever happens to me, please make sure the #1 person of interest is Tim." Joining me now is Josh Jones, the prosecuting attorney on the case, and also Sarah Reilly, the sister of Rebecca Bliefnick. Welcome to you both. And Josh, if I can begin with you, you got a verdict in just over 4 hours. This whole thing went from arrest to trial in 2.5 months. I was sort of astounded, and I had to check the dates. What do you think sealed the deal and got you the conviction?
I don't think it was just any one piece of evidence. We talked from the very beginning, this wasn't going to be a case where we had a 75-yard piece of evidence. This case was the Nebraska offense in the 1980s. It was 4 yards in a cloud of dust. Each witness was just going to get us one step closer to that final verdict. The shell casings were important. The Google searches were important. The data from his fitness armband was incredibly important. The videos that we found at different locations that showed a person on a bike, the things on his phone that showed he was the person that bought that bike. Every piece of evidence was important to get us to where we needed to go.
And just about that fitness band, to be clear, he was wearing a fitness monitor, and it looked like the activity on the fitness monitor matched those moments on February 14th, February 21, February 22, and February 23, which was the night of the murders, the bike ride that was taken from his house to Rebecca's house. Is that correct?
Yeah, every time we saw a person on a bike, his fitness band stopped recording. And every time we didn't see a person on a bike, his fitness band was recording. And the only time his fitness band wasn't recording was when we saw, coincidentally, this mysterious person on the bike. And if it wasn't him, then he was on the cover of Bad Luck magazine, because you just don't have that kind of bad luck in a case like this.
I mean, matching up each of those moments 4 times on that bicycle without the armband on. Sarah, our condolences go out to your family, because this is, it is heartbreaking to think of your beautiful sister and what she went through in those last moments. This trial must have been extraordinarily satisfying for you all.
We were relieved with the verdict, and we've had multiple people ask us, "Are you jumping for joy right now? You must be so thrilled." And ultimately, there can be really no joy in this situation at all, because despite a guilty verdict, we will still live with this trauma for the rest of our lives. And her boys will live with this for the rest of our lives. And, nothing can bring her back. So yes, we're satisfied, and yes, we're relieved, but we are still moving forward one step at a time every day.
Speaking of those boys, she had 3 beautiful boys. Where are they? Who's looking after them? How are they doing?
So my parents have guardianship, and we will be following the legal process for adoption, and everybody in the family will be working in the best interest of the boys moving forward. Right now, how the boys are doing, it's hard to say, because as an adult, we can't even process the heinous nature of this crime. We can't rationalize this as something that happens to us in our world. So how does a 6-year-old, a 10-year-old, and a 12-year-old process not only the death of their mother, but the fact that their father is the one that killed their mother, their father, the one who told them repeatedly that he loved them, and he's the reason that she's gone. It's undescribable.
It will never fail to amaze me, Sarah, it will never fail to amaze me, the number of cases I cover where a spouse does this and takes away his or her own children's parent. I mean, the crime against the children, few people talk about. They talk about the crime against the victim, which is horrendous in its own right, but the crime committed again to his own children, which is just so despicable. Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.